Hi guys, I'm back again. I know it's been ages. Things have been insane. I say that every time. But if you have a kid, especially a toddler, you know how crazy things can be. So yeah, between taking care of her, I'm going to be moving soon. I was in the hospital for a little bit. I'm alright, but that was just a debacle in and of itself. I had 2 trips that I went on. I mean, things have just been kind of, whew. But I wanted to come on and do a tutorial, kind of for Valentine's Day. Now, I'm not a really big Valentine's Day kind of person, just because I think it's kind of forced and kind of cheesy. But I love the idea of, a date night. And I think this is kind of like a good date night look. I've done this eye, as you can tell. I haven't done my face at all yet, so I'll do that on camera. But what I'm using for this look is my latest love, my Naked 3 palette. Absolutely love this, and I think it's just perfect for a kind of soft, smoky, romantic kind of eye look, which is what I did here. Yeah. So I guess we will get started, and I will kind of talk through it and tell you what's been going on and everything else. So yeah, I'm starting off with, I already have it on, my MAC Painterly Paint Pot on my eye, which is just a primer or a base, however you want to spin it. But you can use Urban Decay Primer Potion, use the e.l.f. primer, the Milani primer, whatever primer you like. I've just really been liking the Painterly. It helps cancel out any, because it's colored, it helps cancel out any discoloration on your eyelid. Alright, and first I'm going to go in with this little flat shader brush, and I'm going to go into Buzz right there, which is like a metallic-y looking pink. And if you've seen a lot of other YouTubers talk about this color, it's not everybody's favorite because it doesn't have the best color payoff, and it does have glitter, which can fall onto your cheeks. It's one of those colors that is best applied wet. But for now, I'm going to put it on dry, and then later on, you'll kind of see how I make it a little more intense. I just want to kind of get that on there, and I'm going to do it to about a little over half. And then I'm just going to take this big fluffy blendy brush, and I'm going to go in with Nooner, which is right here, and tap it off. And this is going to be my, transition crease color. This is just going to help define my crease, because I have very hooded eyes, so you can tell that's already made, quite a difference in my crease area. And I'm just going to take this, and I like to build it up a little bit and take it. When you use a brush like this, it goes on lightly and very soft, and which is what you want for a transition crease color. You don't want it to be super obvious, but I like to build it up just a little bit, like that. See, I think that already just makes such a big difference, and I really love it. Nooner is a really great shade for that. Okay. Now I am going to take this flat shader brush, a little fluffier than the other one I used, and I'm going to take that into Dark Side, which is right here. It is kind of a gray, kind of hard to describe. It's a gray with a purpley tinge to it, which I really like. And I'm just going to put that in the outer corner and start working that up into the crease. I like this brush. This is just a no-name brush I got on eBay. But these types of brushes are great for this, because you want to blend it as you apply it. Especially when you're using a dark color, if you don't want it to be super, super dark. But yeah, so I just like to add a little at a time. Put that there, so it fades into that pink color nicely. But I like to use a little bit at a time. You know, you can always add, but you can't take away. So it's always good just to start with a little bit, see how you like it, kind of create the shape you like. I just want this to be really like hazy and smoky, and I think that's kind of like a more romantic look in my opinion. And that's just honestly my preferred type of look anyway. I don't like harsh lines unless I'm going for like a really drastic costumey type look. But yeah, so that is that so far. Hope that's showing up well on camera. I like it. Now I'm going to go in with this little, what is it called? Elf smudge brush, and I'm going to go in with Dark Side, which is that color we just used. And I'm going to take this underneath the eye as kind of a liner under the lash line. I know it looks like I'm really stretching here, and I'm being very gentle. Can't help it, I got a pudgy face again. Gotta get to my eyes. And I'm going to take that pretty much just about all the way in, with the exception of the very inner corner. So it adds that kind of effect, kind of a smudgy, smoky-ish look. And it's less harsh than like an actual eyeliner, like a pencil or anything like that. And again, I just like to keep smudging and smoking until it gets the desired effect, and I really like that. Okay, so now that that is all done, I'm going to use the same flat shader brush I used earlier for the pink, and I'm going to dampen it. Now where is my spray? I had my e.l.f. Oh, I know where it is, maybe. Yeah. My e.l.f. Mist and Set, which is kind of like a makeup setting spray. It's kind of okay for that, but I like to use it for foiling eyeshadows. And I'm just going to spray it on the brush. Dip it into the corner of that eyeshadow. And put it over the inner part here. Now, because of my low camera quality, I'm not sure how well this is going to show up on camera with the difference, but it is more metallic and it's definitely more pigmented now. And it just adds that kind of shine into the inner part of the eye, which I think is really flattering. I like it a lot. So that is that. And, alright, next I'm going to do eyeliner on the top, which I'm going to use my beloved Physicians Formula, what is it called? Eye Booster 2-in-1 Lash Boosting Eyeliner and Serum in Ultra Black. I mention this every time I use this, just because I don't want anybody to make the same mistake that I have. By the Ultra Black, the regular black is kind of watery and it's more of a grayish charcoal. It still works really well, but it's not dark black. If you want black, use the Ultra Black. Alright, and I'm just going to do a very, very thin line. I'm basically just going right over my eyelashes. I don't want to make a super visible line. I just want to go over the base of the lashes to make them look thicker and to add some definition. And this doesn't have to be perfect. Oops, I dropped the lid. Lovely. And it has gone. And I can't get it. So hopefully I'll remember after this video to pick it up so this doesn't dry out. That would suck. Anyways, it doesn't have to be super perfect, and I'm not going into all the way into the inner corner because I'm going to kind of smudge it out. Not really smudge it out because it's liquid and it sets, but I'm going to go over it with the same brush and the Dark Side shadow. And I'm just going to go across the lash line. And just kind of back and forth smudgy. And make it look softer, because I don't want a harsh line at all. Now, if you'd like a little more definition, you can go into Blackheart, which is the very darkest shade in the palette. It's a black with red glitter. And I'm just going to do that just a little bit on the outer part here. Touch it up a little bit on this side. Make sure they both look even. See? Like that. And now I'm going to do my waterline, which I'm going to do with black. This is the Jane water resistant eyeliner. If you don't want something as harsh as black, or if you're not a fan of black on the waterline, this, what is it? What color is it? I think it's called Rose Gold. Yes, Rose Gold by Jane. This is an awesome, like, inner rim. It's kind of like a metallic-y rose gold color. And that's kind of awesome to put on the inner rim to kind of help, like, define but not be black. And it kind of matches the color scheme. But I'm just going to do the upper and lower water lines with this black. And there we go. Next I'm going to do my mascara. My kind of obsession lately has been, I just have a sample of it, but this Tarte Multiply Eyelash Primer. This stuff, I swear, I put it on under any mascara I wear, and it makes my lashes look so much better, adds so much more length and volume. I don't know, I love it. It's just one of those white primers. The brush isn't quite white anymore because it gets a bit of the eyeliner from the waterline mixed into it, but it doesn't bother me because I'm just going to cover it up with, on the lashes, I'm just going to cover it up with black mascara anyways. Okay, I'm going to let that dry just a little bit, and then I'm going to go in with my Rimmel Lash Accelerator mascara. Ooh. I think this is really good for length and just like a really black length, kind of wispy-ish. I don't know. I think it goes well with smoky eyes. Personally, that's just what I like. It's a pretty good mascara. It's supposed to help your lashes grow. Don't know about all that. And I just made a mistake that you're never supposed to do. If your mascara gets onto your lid, you're not supposed to wipe it right away because it smears like mine just did. Instead, just let it dry and then you can kind of like whisk it away. I'm just going to kind of blend it in with the eyeshadow there and make it less noticeable. Take my blendy brush that I used for the nooner. Go over that. There it goes. Nice. It's still there. Not as noticeable. See? Okay. One step I kind of missed here for the eyes is kind of a brow highlight, and also just to help it blend up, I'm going to go in with the lightest shade in the palette here, which is Strange. On the color's called Strange. On the camera it looks white, but it's really kind of an off-white with like a pink tinge, and it's like, I love the texture of it. I normally really like matte. I don't like anything shimmery on my brow bone, but it's like, it's a satin. It's like really smooth, smoother than a matte, but it's not shimmery or anything, so it's like really good. And I just go under the brow along the edges with this big fluffy brush. This is a Mirabella eye blender that I got from my Ipsy bag, and it has like the slightest sheen that makes it highlight a little bit better than a matte, but it doesn't look shiny or frosty, which I just do not like personally. So yeah, that is the eyes done. Now, for the face, excuse me, I am going to use my BB cream, which is the Skin 79 Hot Pink one. I just have a sample. This is an Asian BB cream that I've been trying out because I've heard lots of good things. But as I've mentioned before, I'm very pale and it's really hard to get things to match me. I think this does a pretty good job, but I'm still trying it out. So. But basically, as far as skin, I want to make my skin look better, but I don't want anything really heavy coverage, especially with the smoky eye, especially for like a romantic date night. You want your skin to show through, but you just want it to look more even and, you know, better. So this, you know, BB creams are generally, that's kind of the point of them, to kind of like fix your skin but not look heavy or cakey. So I'm just putting it on top of this brush and buffing it onto my skin. This BB cream does have a kind of grayish tinge that some people mention about a lot of the Asian BB creams. But it doesn't bother me, honestly. I don't think it makes my skin look sallow or dead, but I'm also very fair, so I just think it kind of neutralizes like any redness or anything like that. I think it kind of works. So I'm just going all over my skin with this. I like that it's very lightweight. And it dries down really well. This one isn't very shiny or oily because I do have a combination oily skin. I like to make sure it's really well buffed into my skin. Before I started the tutorial, I put my Nivea lip butter, which is awesome and delicious, by the way. It's not that I eat it, but it smells delicious. On my lips to keep them moisturized, because, you know, it's a date night. You want soft lips, and you don't want anything cracked or bleh. Okay. Next, I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of contouring. Now, I have a very, obviously, chubby face. I'm not a skinny girl. So I like to add a little definition, but I don't want it to be too drastic. This is not like the time for heavy contouring, in my opinion. I really don't ever wear heavy contouring, but some people do and some people like it, and that's okay. I'm going to use my NYX Blush in Taupe, which is what I always use. Perfect for fair skinned girls. And this is just a brush that I got from Dollar Store, so I'm not sure like where you can get it, but if you can see it, it's like dense, but it's fluffy and it's angled, so it works really well for this. And I just kind of tap it in there, tap off any extra, and then start off at the hairline and just kind of work it down. And the thing I like about these like fluffy brushes is that it blends as it applies, so it's not a harsh line. And I'm just going to keep blending over that until I feel like it's blended out enough, because I don't want it to look like a line on my face. I want it to look like a natural shadow. And when I blend, I don't just blend back and forth. I like to blend kind of up just a little bit and kind of like a very slim triangle. So, yeah. This side looks a little darker just because of the shadow. And then, again, if you have a chubby face like me, you take a little more and contour under here. Add a little bit of shadow. A little bit on the sides of the nose if you'd like. I'm just using whatever's left on the brush. I'm not going to add more for this because I don't want any kind of drastic lines on my face. Alright, now for blush. Again, with the smoky eye, you don't want to go too overboard on, you know, anything else when everything else is just kind of soft. I'm using my travel size Tarte Amazonian Clay Blush. This is in Doll Face, which is a matte, kind of bright bluey pink. And where's my blush brush? I love this blush, and I love the name of it. I think it's really cute. But yeah, these are good blushes. I've had this thing for ages, and this is just like a little sample trial version, and it's lasted for ages. I've had it for, God, well over a year, maybe close to 2. And I'm just going to lightly put that on my cheeks right above the contour. I don't like to bring it too close to the center of my face because I already have a little bit of redness, and I don't want it to accentuate that. And again, like I said with the eyeshadow, you start off with little and you can always add, but you can't take away, so you have to go lightly. And then I'm going to take this little small stipple brush from e.l.f. and this is going to be for my highlight. And for my highlight, I am using the Hard Candy So Baked Bronzer in Tiki, which is just kind of like a champagne-y color. And it's not, I like that it's not super duper shimmery, but it adds like a glow. And I just kind of tap that on the top of my cheekbones. I think a highlight is really nice I think it's really nice for a romantic kind of thing. And it adds a bit of brightness to the face. With a smoky eye. Oh, that reminds me, I didn't do under eye concealer. Oops. I'm not going to go back in and do that because, well, for one, I'm just going to run errands today. And for 2, I don't want to put cream on top of powder. But yeah, if you're going to do your under eye concealer, do it after foundation and before you do any powders, any blush, bronzer, contour, highlight, etc. So that is the face. Now for my lips, I am going to use this tinted lip balm that I got in my Ipsy bag from Micah Beauty Cosmetics, and it is in the shade Natural, and it looks like this, and it's kind of like one of those, excuse me, My Lips Better kind of colors. Adds a little bit of color, but not a lot. Even though this is called a tinted lip balm, it's not really like a lip balm. It's not moisturizing, so you might want to moisturize beforehand. It's kind of drying, actually. But I'm just going to put that on my finger. It's kind of like a nudie mauve-y color, which I think suits my lips pretty well. Let's see. It's like, it adds just like a little bit of color. Make sure there's no extra outside my lip line. Adds a little bit of color so my lips don't look dead. But it doesn't look too, it's not high maintenance, and it's not, too bold. Because especially if you're going out on a date, you know, a lot of guys are really weary of kissing you if it looks like you have a lot of gloss or color on your lips, because it's messy. So that's just a tip to keep in mind. Keep your lips very moisturized and healthy looking with like a nice balm or tinted balm, but nothing too crazy. That's just my opinion. If you want to go for a bold eye, go for it. But yeah, this is my finished Valentine's Day soft smoky date night look. I can pull my hair down. I don't know that that's really important how my hair looks with my makeup, but and it's kind of a mess. I need to wash it. But here we go, and hopefully I will see you guys again soon. I am going to try to put videos up more often. With moving and everything, I can't guarantee that it's going to happen all the time, but I really do like making videos, so I really do hope to see you guys again soon. Thanks for watching.